Is it gonna work? All right. Sorry for the technical difficulty there's people, but I mean I wasn't allowed to show the videos, obviously, which was my fault, but that really makes things more difficult for me and for you guys too. But uh so to kind of catch up. Yeah, I know. YouTube went nuts. I know. They don't like me right now. But I went and voted for Idol by um uh shoot. I honestly forget the singer for the song, but I went with Idol because I think it was really I think it was my favorite. For everyone else watching this stream, just go back and watch the other stream to see my first few picks. But we're gonna go to the next category now, which is best score, which was like the best I think music, right? If I'm not mistaken. But just went in chat. Hail Hydra, what does score mean? Someone in chat tell me what score means again. What's the best score? Yeah, score is music, right? Okay, alright. Um, yeah, so like honestly, if Pokey like don't get me wrong, like Chainsaw Man had like 12 different openings that were all pretty good, and the opening was pretty good too. That's a good contender right there. Um, I can't say for this. This is a movie. One of my favorite. This is like by one of my favorite directors too, but I can't say for that, and I can't show it on stream, unfortunately, because Japanese filming production studios don't want to see a small time streamer get bigger. So, disclaimer there. No, not really disclaimer, but this I can't give that. This is gonna be like the bottom of the list here. Attack on Titan. I'm trying not to get its sentimental value into me because it's literally one of the first animes that like got me hooked into anime and shit. But I it's gonna be second. So I think this is sixth. This is definitely fifth. Um, yeah, Suzumi is a chair movie. It's a movie where like it's like the chair with the three legs that walks around. Yeah, that's what it is. But it's made by a very good director. He's very good. If like Studio Ghibli didn't exist, if Miyazaki didn't exist, that guy would have been like my number one director. He's number two for me right now, but Miyazaki's obviously like the best of all time. Like there's no like hands down, he is. But Attack on Titan's fifth. I don't know. I don't like putting opinion on things that I haven't watched or experienced, but Suzumi's gonna be sixth. I'm gonna say fifth and then fourth. So Attack on Titan's fourth. It's gonna be fourth. But Oshino Code, Pochi the Rock and Chainsaw Man. These like Chainsaw Man's definitely really good for the score because it had 12, like I said, 12 different opening or ending sequences and its own opening. So it was definitely a good contender, but like between Oshinoko and Pokchi the Rock, I think it definitely beats it because these two animes were nothing but music. Like, yeah, that's true. Shout out to the Bear Father. Bear Father is the best directed movie ever made. I starred in one of the episodes of The Bear Father. Go watch The Bear Father. If Hail Hydra will put like the link in chat. Um, best movie ever. Best show ever. I starred in it, by the way. Hit show, but but I'm gonna have to put Chainsaw Man third. It's definitely gotta be third because besides the endings and openings, it's the music inside of it was like during the show was like okay, but like between these two, this show was about like idols and stuff, and this show was like about like forming like a band. So like these two are obviously gonna be top contenders, and this is like as least biased as possible. But in my biased opinion, I would put Pokshi the Rock, which I might in fact do, because in the first season of Oshi no Ko, they didn't have a lot of music because they're still trying to form their idol group right now, and they only have 3 members of it. Where Pokchi the Rock, they have a few songs, like where they have like 3 or 4 songs. And the opening, what I'm very disappointed about is that the opening was not nominated, but Song of the Dead was. Like what the fuck is this shit? But maybe a huge amount of people like Song of the Dead, but in my opinion, the opening for Pokemon the Rock was definitely shouldn't have been in there. But I'm gonna have to give it to Pokemon the Rock because it's just I think it had the best score. It was definitely good music, and I'm trying to keep all the other elements of the show away from like the comedy factor of it and just all the other features, the animation, whatever. But this definitely had the best score. Like I have to say and that's gonna be kind of my opinion. But vote. And let's go on to the next. Best anime song. Alright, here we go. This was the opening for I did see The Boy and the Heron. Good shout out to that movie though, by the way. Thanks for bringing that up, Koya. But um that was a really good movie, yeah. But Pokchi this was the opening and this song was actually really, really good. Kickback was really good. I can't say about that. Work was really good. I like that a lot. Where Our Blue is really good. Idol was a hit. Like right when Oshinoko came out and everyone started listening, like when everyone first heard this opening, everyone was just going on about it, just how good it was. When they announced the winners, I think it was like sometime in like February, I think mid-February, I think it was they're gonna announce the winners. We'll also get into that too, I think at the end of a stream, but this was really good. Like I said, this year is very hard because everything here is pretty good, but I can't say for that. But these 5 right here were just so good, and it's very hard to pick compared to like previous years, like I don't know, like 2022 when like it was just absolute other like dog shit like nominees. But let's move on. But I think it's definitely gonna be like I'm just gonna put this on the bottom since I haven't listened to it, but Kickback, Work, where our blue is, and then for first and second, it's gonna be like pretty close to these two. But I had to say, I definitely listened to this one more from Pokey the Rock. And I'm getting a little biased here, I get it, or I have to admit, because I really love this show. Something with this show just made you want to like get into the move of picking up a guitar and just start playing it. But this was very, very good. It was a really good song, and I have to admit, I listened to it a few times in the car. It was like it was a banger. I can't just take that off my plate. All right, must protect at all costs characters. All right, so these are characters in shows where it's like it doesn't have to be a main character, but I think most of these are. But they're like cute characters and they're like funny characters or characters that are sensitive that you just don't want to see getting hurt in a sense. It's kind of a weird category, but like but it's like it's cute kind of characters. Like so Anya Foger, she's the kid inside the movie. She in the show and she was very like everyone loved her. Hitori Goto, I can't say like she was let alone cute, but she had her funny moments. Puchita, Puchita was like the little dog in the movie that was very cute actually in the show. I don't know why I keep saying movie, but Sulita Mercury? Um I think I might have to look that up. I what shows are these? Oh, Buddy Daddies. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know about the show. I haven't watched it, but it's definitely it's definitely good though, but she was like a cute little character just like Anya Foger in it, but Boji I think yeah, Boji was a little kid in this that becomes king eventually or something. I can't really say anything about these three characters. I know I said I was big in anime, but like it's hard to watch shows when like I'm in school and shit. But um but like look at Anya though. She like look at her. Come on, you can't fight that. Come on. Even with who? Her? Come on. Anya's top tier. Puchita's the little dog that's right there. He is cute, but I mean he would be cuter if he didn't have a handle and a chainsaw attachment as a face. Hitori Goto, I won't say she's most protective, like you don't want to exactly protect her, but she's like just a funny character. So I'm gonna go with Anya on this one. Like her like waka walk fucking voice. It's just so good. So we're gonna oh, I didn't vote for that. Did I vote for that? Alright, I did vote for her. But alright. Best supporting character. Hail Hydra. Put in chat what's best supporting character. 'Cause I'm not understanding that right now. Best supporting character is like not exactly the main character, but it's a character that supports the main character. I think that's what it is. Power. Oh my god. Oh my god. This breaks my heart. This really does. If you guys watched like the second to last episode of Attack on Titan, you know what I mean. You really do. And you guys also have a broken heart. It's just it's just so hard. It's just so hard. just to deal with that. It really is. Ghetto was really good. I did like him. He was pretty good. I mean, I can't vote for him though because a lot of people. Yeah, all right, that's what I thought. They're like not the main, like they're kind of like the second main character. But Power is definitely a good one. I think she was kind of like funny, kind of like crazy. All right, my headset just decided to turn off there. Whenever it doesn't get any audio, it just decides to turn off for whatever reason. Bullshit. But Power's definitely good. I think she could definitely be up there though for supporting character. Um Suguru Ghetto, he if you're gonna put Satoru Gojo here too, there's no way you can just have Ghetto here too. It's not gonna happen because it's Gojo's gonna get the votes. He really is. I mean, I know there's a lot of like fans out there, but like, come on, really? Just take him off and put someone else on there. There's so many shows that came out last year, and it's so easy to just replace this guy if you're gonna put Gojo here. Kana, she was pretty good. I mean, kind of with this show, it kind of like places two separate characters in is two different characters are practically the main character. Almost. I want to say almost, but it's really in the show there's a sister and brother and it just revolves around them and their life. But I had to say the sister has more like likelihood of being the main character than the brother is. The brother's got like all this like main character like he's on his like evil arc and shit, but you can't really put Kana here if with that character's sister. You know, she's gonna be like the third character. So I mean, it's kind of hard to vote for someone like that, but she wasn't that bad. I mean, since the brother and sister are so close to being like both at the same time main characters, I think she would actually be pretty good for a what's it called, supporting character. I haven't watched Mob Psycho. I have big bias against Mob Psycho. I'm sorry, but I just don't like the character design in it. I'm not gonna lie. It's like it's kind of lazy, if I have to say. I just don't like the way they look. Um, for Attack on Titan, I can't make up my mind. I guess she would be a good supporting like character, but like there's so many people in this, like so many characters in this show that's like hard to decide who's like, a supporting character or a main character. I mean, in my opinion, I have to say not Levi, I mean Aaron was definitely like the main character until like the last season, and then it was kind of turned into like Mikasa or like what's his name? What's their friend's name? Oh God, I'm like having short-term memory loss here, but you guys know what I mean. Um, I mean she might be a good supporting character, but there's like other characters that have more significant like kind of like support to the story mode. Like she died literally in the second to last episode, but like there's other characters that lived longer than she has, like that were in the last episode, and like characters that were like to say like more supporting in a sense. So like I think she can't be on the list like this. Like no way. I mean, although her death was so sad, maybe that's where like these like voters for the nominations put her on here, but like non-biasedly, you can't. You really can't. Power, Power's pretty good. I think it might be like this guy last. Um, this guy last. Her second to last. Power's gonna be fourth. Um, no, actually, Power's gonna be third. Surughetto, like I said, he's gonna be. I don't know. Is he a good supporting character? I don't know because like if you're doing Jujutsu Kaisen just overall season two, I think Goto, Satoru Gojo, I meant, is gonna be more of a supporting character. That's tough when you put two people like this from the same anime inside. I think it's gonna be him, her, Ghetto, Power, Gojo, and then Kana. Honestly, that's my top six right there. I'm gonna vote for Kana. I think she's definitely good because like with the sister duo like duo, it's like she's gonna have to be. She's like third wheeling pretty much. So she's gonna get my vote. Best main character now. All right. Aaron Yeager. Yeah, I guess you can label him as like the main character. Well, like, yeah, he's the main character in the overall series, so he's good. Luffy, I literally see like millions of One Piece freaking fans just like voting for him. Like the nominations came out like just today, Kolya. They just came out just today. Um, Luffy's like I said, like if Luffy wins this, then I'm not gonna be surprised. Literally, I feel like people go through these without thinking as hard as like I am right now. But I wanna say Luffy's probably like definitely a really good main character, let alone there's 1,000 episodes of One Piece and he's the main character of it. So there's so much you went through with just Luffy already. And it's like, he might as well just take the cake. But if there was 1,000 episodes of Attack on Titan, maybe even Eren Yeager would actually take the cake over that. I like, um, Denji, Denji was definitely a really good main character because he was kind of like stupid funny and like, but he's like almost like every kind of typical like main male anime character, just wanting to see a pair of freaking tits or something. And it's like, come on, kind of like stereotyping like every anime, almost every anime that's came before. Eren Yeager, he was definitely a mastermind, I have to say, and like there's so much that happened in that show that he caused. Like he practically caused a world war where it was like one country against the entire world, and he's definitely a really good main character. Um, Thorfinn, I know a lot of people like him. I haven't watched the show, but I know it's really good. But a lot of people like him because he started out in a life of like just fighting and stuff constantly, and then he goes to a life of just being peaceful and calm to like himself. A lot of like people liked him for that part. Um, like I said, I just like look at this character like design look. I can't like bring myself to like such a thing like this, honestly. This was just so like it's just so weird. In my opinion, it's just like a bowl for his face, draw some ears, a bowl for each eye's dots, and then it's just like a simple nose in the mouth. Like, come on. And then like compared to Aaron Yeager's face, he's got like a chin, he's got like actual like lips and like a actual good looking nose. His eyes were very detailed. Luffy, same thing. Maybe his eyes are a little less like, detailed. But like come on. You can't think of that guy being like fucking winning this shit. Mob Psycho season 3 though, it can't I feel like it can't compare to any of these though. Like even though I haven't watched Thorfinn or Mob Psycho, I think Thorfinn, I'm at Vinland Saga. I think Vinland Saga would definitely win over this. But I think and then the Hitori Goto, I think they just kind of just put her on the list as just like, we can't come up with like a sixth like nominee, so we're just gonna put her on the list. She is funny, I'll give you that. She's funny, and then she's also like has that like social anxiety issue and whatnot. That's like also major in the show. So like I do like her a lot. Don't get me wrong, but to be honest though, I haven't watched like these three animes. I just know about these two, not really so much of Mob Psycho. Um, Denji, like I said, he's just like a typical anime character. I can't give him the win, but Aaron Yeager, I'm gonna have to go with him because I started like I know I keep saying this, but I know I was trying not to be as biased, but like I said, he's like a mastermind. He's a smart guy and he's using like his powers to his full extent and like manipulating people's minds almost. Like he's like lying to them just to like get them to think that he's on their side when he's really not. So he's gonna get my vote. Um, best slice of life. So best slice of life is just like it's kind of like something that can happen in IRL. It's not like an isekai or it's not like Attack on Titan. It's not like where the superpowers. It's just like normal life. You're gonna see a lot of romance on here too. Like this is a romance. Horimiya is a big romance. I know a lot of people like this one. Um, this one I actually wanted to watch in the beginning of the year. I just didn't watch it. This one, yeah, this one's definitely. I know this one. I think this one was a romance too, and then this one was a romance too. But I'm not so big with the romance animes and stuff. I haven't really watched any of them. Really most of these are all like like based around kind of like school animes and skip like and stuff. But I'm just gonna give Pokchi the Rock here the best one as to my vote because like I can't have an opinion for these five shows, and since I can't, I'm gonna have to go with Pokchi the Rock. And plus, I think seeing clips from these other shows, I think like Pokchi the Rock was definitely like one of my favorites compared to all that stuff. Like it was so funny, the music was so like good, and like it was like I felt like people actually have, like social anxiety. People aren't very open to other people in public, and it's just I think it's gonna. I think it deserves it. It's like everyday school life too. So, next, best drama. We already know what best drama is. Vinland Saga Part 2 definitely has some good drama in it, I think. Well, like I said, I haven't watched the show, but like what I heard about is really good. Um, Honestly, I never knew this show came out. I like this. In fact, I just found out about the show earlier today. I didn't even look at this like anime awards and stuff, but like My Happy Marriage, I like literally didn't know this was a show until like today. Like legit, like there was literally no advertising for this show. Like if it's by Netflix, then you know it's just gonna get like one season and then it's just gonna be just absolute shit from there. Um, to Your Eternity. Oh, this show I heard was actually not that bad. I These are some shows I really need to watch. I need to make a list of shows of must watch compared to like casual what like I want to watch shows. Excuse me. Oshino Code is definitely a good drama. Like it's definitely peak drama of last year. I'm gonna have to say for this, I don't know about Heavenly Delusions. I think it's I don't know. I think there was some drama in it, but like this is what really gets me. It's just like I don't watch some of these shows I that are nominated. Like I don't hear a lot of things about To Your Eternity. I never heard anything about this show, My Happy Marriage, until like today. You know? And they nominate these shows and they're not even that popular. But Vinland Saga, I heard had some good drama in it. I haven't watched it, so I can't share my opinion, but I'm gonna have to go Oshinoko because it was actually like there was drama in it. Like there was good drama. So it's definitely gonna get my vote for this. And like the overall show was actually really good. I really liked it. Best fantasy. Alright, if we're talking about best fantasy now, this arc of Demon Slayer is not gonna get it. I can guarantee you that it's not gonna get it because it felt like I was watching season one or the first arc of Demon Slayer again. Or actually, no, it felt like I was watching the second, or what was it? Not the second arc, not the train arc, but the third arc, the oh my God, the Entertainment District arc. It felt just as I was just watching that again. And it's like, why would I want to watch the same stuff again? You know? It's not gonna get my vote. Unpopular opinion, but like that's a non-biased opinion. Like seriously. Um, Although for the fantasy part, actually that is kind of biased now. For the fantasy part, it, I mean, it's demons versus like demon slayers and stuff. So it's like, I mean, I can just fucking watch Constantine and just get the same shit, but this show is definitely better than Constantine. Um, Mashally, Magic and Muscles. I heard this one was actually really good from one of my friends from my previous job. I heard this one was actually pretty good. This one's just about wizards and like one kid that has like no magical ability in him. He just like uses his muscles just to like make it seem like he does or something like that. Ranking of Kings, I can't say for sure because I don't know I mean, I might. I might have to vote for Ranking of Kings as like a non-bias, but then there's this show, The Ancient Magus Bride season 2. Like this show is also another unpopular show that they just put on here, and it's like, why? Did anyone really watch the show? Uh, Mushoku Tensei season 2. Oh man, this show is definitely really good. I've heard a lot about this show from other people that like how good it was because my favorite isekai right now is obviously going to be That Time I was reincarnated as a slime, but this is definitely like taking the cake as number two. It did beat Konosuba, but this one was really good. The second season here was really good too. And or this first part for the second season was really good. Hell's Paradise. Uh, yeah, sorry about that. Again. Yeah, sorry about that again. Stupid freaking headphones just keep turning off. Um, Hell's Paradise, like I was saying, Hell's Paradise was actually not bad. It was a good show, but for fantasy type shows, it kind of resembled a lot of Demon Slayer in a sense. So like Demon Slayer and this Hell's Paradise were kind of like the same thing almost. Just a little less of like the sword types and like like the sun breathing stuff. This was just kind of like more basic weapons using. Um this show is kind of about wizards. It's literally fancy. It takes place in another world where there's like orcs and like wizards and elves and all that kind of stuff. This show I literally do not know a single thing like a single thing about. Ranking of Kings. I don't know what I could say about this show. Um, I think Ranking of Kings might be close to Mushoku, but it's not exactly there yet. It's not as fantasy type. And then this one's just literally just wizards. So I'm gonna have to give this to to Mushoku. It's if this doesn't win it, if Demon Slayer wins this, then that means like Demon Slayer just has such a hardcore fan base and it's just so fucking biased. Like all those people are just fucking biased as shit. They're like, the animation is so good, but we're not talking about animation. We're talking about the fancy aspect of this. Nobody literally drills this stuff into their head as like what the category actually is. Like they're just diehard fans. They just don't consider it as like all these other shows. So, all right, next category, best action. Oh my God. So, honest to God, this is obviously gonna get Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 straight off the bat. Jujutsu Kaisen was like so freaking good. It was so good. It was like literally like back to back to back episodes were just like fight scenes. Just like great fight scenes. Like each one after the next just got instantly better. And there was more like length to those fight scenes. There was like more fighting and stuff going on after every episode. It was just so good. Oh my God. And Toto in this was just like he was just fucking like I wish he was my brother. Um, like this was definitely like a really good action because the show started off with just action. Chainsaw Man did too. I mean, Attack on Titan was good action too. It wasn't a lot of just like talking and blabbing on as like Demon Slayer. Like, come on. Demon Slayer was like practically just like watching a sitcom for like the first like 3 or 4 episodes, and then you got into like some good action, but then the action will be like one battle scene will be like 2 episodes long. Pushi Pushipo Kaisen? The fuck? The fuck are you saying, Jackson? One Piece. I mean, based on the recent arc, I know Luffy. I know it was a whole big, like, it was a huge thing about Luffy doing his, like, fifth gear, going his fifth gear and stuff. I know that was such a big thing. I get it, guys. Like, it was really big. But, like, that compared to, like, an ending of an episode, like, Attack on Titan, like, the ending of series, it was also big. But I'm gonna have to go Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm gonna have to. Honest to God, I'm gonna have to go with Jujutsu Kaisen because the action, the fighting scenes were just god tier. They were just perfect. They were perfect. So, all right. Or let me talk about Chainsaw Man 2 just for 1 second. Just sorry for 1 second. Chainsaw Man had some good fighting scenes. It was kind of like I want to say not exactly 60-40, between 60-40, 70-30 of fighting and talking. So for action, it's not that bad. Jujutsu Kaisen is going to get first. I think Attack on Titan second, Chainsaw Man third. Bleach, I haven't watched Bleach. I know it's called the Thousand Year Blood War, so I'm gonna put that as fourth. This is gonna get fifth. I'm sorry, guys. Like for my Demon Slayer fans, I know this is disappointing for you guys, but like it's I just couldn't bear watching this season for some reason. I just couldn't bear watching it. It kind of reminded me of like old classic Naruto where like one fight scene was like 8 episodes long, you know? That's all like the one arc was just one fight scene. One Piece, I had to squeeze One Piece in above one Bleach, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, especially since it was like a big thing about Luffy going to his like his fifth gear. Like the whole like episode when he went into it, and then like the few episodes after that were just like big episodes. Like I watched a little bit of that. Like I watched that episode when he initially went to fifth gear, and I have to say it was actually pretty good. But yeah, it's I'm gonna have to give it to Jujutsu Kaisen. Like the fight scenes were just absolutely spectacular. So, but all right, going to our next category, comedy. Comedy. Oh shit. Before I even get into this next category, I'll be right back, gents. I gotta use the bathroom. All right, I'm back. I just had to get myself something quick to eat too. But big shout out to uh Pastosas. Big shout out to Pastosas. In Ocean Township, New Jersey. Big shout out to seeing Hail Hydra there too. I saw Hail Hydra today in person. The one and only Hail Hydra, the celebrity Hail Hydra, the director of The Bear Father. Hail Hydra. I saw him in person today. I got an autograph by him. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that freaking crazy? Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Some semolina bread here. Ah, this is some good stuff, man. Guinness is watching me eat right here. Oh, Guinness, come here, boy. Come here. Come up here. Come up here. Come up here. Come up here. I want everyone to see you. Look, look. Oh, are you okay, Boo Boos? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. He's waggling his tail. He's fine now. I'm sorry, Boo Boo. I accidentally lifted him up underneath the arm, but he just wants some food I'm eating right now. He's a good boy. He's a very good boy. Yeah, shout out Guinness too. Oh my god. Um. Oh my god. Um. All right. So we're on comedy now. So best comedy. Buddy Dad's. It seemed like it could have been a funny show. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't watched this either. It wasn't that big of a hit. It was kind of like it wasn't that popular. But Spy X Family. I can't say Spy X Family's that funny. Like to introduce myself a little bit here, I'm gonna have my own stream where I introduce myself later on. But to introduce myself a little bit here, I like dark humor. I know everyone doesn't isn't like such a big fan of dark humor, but go up there, go up there, good boy, go up there. It's just jumping on my bed. Um, I'm a big fan of dark humor. I don't like anything really much else. Like unless it's like a good joke that can really actually hit me, but I can't think of anything like that's clean that would like be a good joke. But Spy X Family, I mean, I can't really say it's that funny. I mean, I remember first like some stuff from season 1 that was really good. Season 2 was like uh, uh, I mean, Zom 100, I can't call this funny. I really can't. This is not even close to comedy, to be honest with you. This should not even be nominated up here. I feel like there's other shows that could have been nominated up here that could have been funnier. But Zom 100, it's not. It's not there. It's really not. Not a single time did I watch one of the episodes of this show series so far did I ever laugh. Like it was not that funny. It literally was not that funny. It was not funny at all. Taking a bite of my semolina bread here. Um, mmm, mmm. I'm eating. Hold on. Your chat's gotta wait. I'm eating. I'm gonna have to wait. I'm a hungry boy. I gotta eat food. Um, that's some good semolina bread. That's real semolina bread. If the semolina bread you're buying is not yellow, that means it's not semolina bread. It's not semolina. I'm using some fake semolina. But Yorushi Yatsura, Yorushi Yatsura. I don't know how to pronounce that correctly. I might be butchering that, but that that show I can definitely see it being comedy compared to Zom 100, which I didn't think anything I watched in that was at all funny. Like the thing with Zom 100 was like, I think its comedy part was that it showed like the guy in the show was just showing himself naked, is taking his clothes off, and I was like, that's like kind of like typical anime shit, and it wasn't funny. Like it legit was not funny. Nothing in that was at like really that funny. And you're see, I'm butchering that. I'm definitely am. This show was definitely had some good funny moments. It was definitely good, but hold on for 1 second though. I'm just looking at something. Um, okay, I'm sorry. All right, sorry, I might have gone up ahead of a category there. That's my fault. But you're see, it's like it's definitely like a rom-com. Mashal, I've seen clips of this show and it does look funny. Shut up with your freaking Family Guy's a better comedy. Family Guy used to be good in the past, but now whatever Seth MacFarlane's doing is just not it anymore. It really isn't. I think he just fell off the deep end with comedy as like he's just no longer good with comedy. He probably needs to retire. I'm not gonna lie. Um, Mashal, I there was some good funny scenes. I can see the show definitely be funny. Pokey the Rock, like come on. This show was kind of based around like the more entertaining part of the show, like the way they also drew in people to watch the show and make it entertaining is just adding comedy in it about how like this girl will like freak out if like she like like played in her band in public and stuff. It was good. I think this might be an easy win for Pokey the Rock because like what Seth MacFarlane hasn't written for Family Guy in over a decade? I did not know that. I just found that out. I mean, you learn something new every day. Like how I just learned about that anime for the first time today. But he if Seth MacFarlane has not written for that show in over a decade, then they need to put him back on to writing that fucking show because I have to say it's dead. It's dead right now. Like I haven't laughed in that show in forever. Um, oh my gosh. The new Ted series is what's the Ted series? I don't know the Ted series. Is that like based off the movie Ted? Is that like a spin-off of Ted? He only does voices at this point. Only on Peacock. Alright, whatever. Fuck Peacock. But Pokey the Rock is definitely gonna get this. It literally highlighted the part of where it needed to be funny, where are supposed to laugh. It's just like none of these shows really can compare to that. And if people are gonna put their bias opinions and be like, "Oh, Psalm 100, oh, such a great show," like I said, don't look at the show for its overall aspect. Look at this particular specific points of the show. Don't just go voting in here blindly. Like, give it your honest vote. I know a bunch of Demon Slayer. Dude, this headset's really annoying me. Like, it automatically turns off. Like, I will turn you off. Okay, I'm not gonna continue now. No, I'm not gonna continue after saying those few words there. Um, yeah, it's a prequel to the movies. Oh, I didn't know that actually. Ted was a good movie though. I have to say that Ted was a good movie. But moving on to our next, best romance. All right, this is where like I am at a blank. I'm just at a blank. I can't vote for any of these shows because I haven't watched a single one. Like I'm not a big romance kind of guy. As in like I don't watch a lot of romance shows that much. Like I mean I watched Kaguya-sama Love is War. I watched that. That was a good romance. I watched a few others. Like I watched Golden Time, which was also another good romance. Orange is definitely a good one too. But I haven't watched more of these recent ones, and I can't put my opinion down on it. A good romance, you know, a good romance when it really just fucking moves you and like a certain decision that breaks a character that breaks another character's heart also breaks yours. It's just fucking that's a good fucking show. And you need to fucking continue watching that show and that animation studio needs to continue producing that fucking show. I'm sorry, I cursed so much there, but you know what I mean. I'm not gonna give this show a vote. I'm not giving this show a vote. This show had like, when did this show even come out? Like, that's my like. Hail Hydra said vote for Skip and Loafer. It might be about Skips from the regular show. Since you said that, I'm gonna vote for it, Hail Hydra. Hail Hydra's making the vote for me here, guys. I'm sorry. I think Skips is in the show. He should be on the front label here too, but I guess he's just such a good character. They just don't want to draw the attention. He doesn't want to draw the attention from these other two characters. Best art direction? July 5th, it seems like. Oh, that show came out July 5th. I fucking, I didn't even know about that show until today. So stupid. Um, alright, best art direction? Chat, what does best art direction mean? Someone type that in chat. What does best art direction mean? You guys look that up. I'm gonna get myself some more water. All right, so Hail Hydra gave me the answer. Shout out to Hail Hydra again. Show with the best art style. All right, that's what I was figuring. I just want to like make sure, just double check, because I don't want to be wrong here at all, or like vote for something I don't actually mean to vote for when it's like, it's not it. But oh my God. I mean, Oshinoko was definitely up there. The way they made their like the eyes, the characters' eyes look in the show, it showed like a lot of depth. And this is why you don't also see what's it called? Mob Psycho on here because that has no art in it. I mean, to be honest though, the eyes are definitely really good, but like the chins are just all pointed, all the same. The noses are the same. Like the mouths are the same. Chainsaw Man, I have to say that definitely have more characteristics to like their looks and stuff. And like if you look at like the art style to like the endings and the opening and stuff, it was just so good. You can't say that wasn't good. Hell's Paradise, nah, I can't really say so. Zom 100, the one thing I did like about Zom 100 was like instead of like the zombies having just like blood and stuff, is just being like all red gory blood, they kind of mixed it up with like this like colorful palette of like just like every color from like the rainbow. So you have like purple, orange, pink, green, light blue, dark blue, like all these different colors as like the zombies like blood. So like when a zombie gets like, decapitated, you just get like blue blood comes spraying out or something like that. That's what actually made it like that's what made it actually as a good art style. This might this category Zom 100 might get my vote for this category, but Jujutsu Kaisen I mean, art style I don't know what to say about a show like Jujutsu Kaisen. This is where I really get stumped. When I can't think of anything to say about a show or just think of anything about like one specific point for this show, it's just like I'm stumped on and I just can't vote. Like I usually vote for it, but like I'm not gonna do that this time around. So I can't vote for. Actually, no. Actually, thinking about Jujutsu Kaisen now, thinking about the way the Black Flash looks like, and like the way like the aura of like the cursed energy looks around like Yuji's fist or like any of the other characters, that actually looks pretty good. And then the fight scene between Mahito and uh Yuji, that was definitely like a really good fight, and I think that also showed and expressed some of its art style. Demon Slayer just shows its art style through these like freaking like types of like battle moves, like Mr. Shearer can do this, like oh it's all this mist. I know I'm really hating on Demon Slayer here, but like this most recent arc wasn't like top tier. It was kind of like season one, but in like a less like in a more degraded look, and it's just like, but it was definitely good though. Like I did like the season a bit, but I mean I think the like Tanjiro using like the sun breathing style was definitely like really good. That looked really cool with the way the dragon looked and stuff. The art style was pretty good in that. Um, Going back to Hell's Paradise, thinking about this, it it was kind of like almost bland. It wasn't that like well, I can't really think of anything that was artsy about this. Gotta go Zom on this one. I think I might go with Zom on this one. I might because I just love the this art style. It's not like a typical like zombie kind of movie. It's like actually like the art style kind of changed that up and it's like really good. Because between that and like something like Chainsaw Man, it's like I think Zom 100 takes the cake on this one. So I'm gonna vote for Zom 100 and give it my vote for best art direction. All right, so best cinematography. Oh God. So this is like best on this is best of I know I literally just watched something between best cinematography and like some like best cinematography versus best animation or something like that the other day. I watched a video about that, and now I'm getting confused between the two again. Or I'm not like I forget what the difference is between the two. Oh my God, chat, you really gotta help me out here. Hail Hydra, what's the best cinematography again? What does that mean? As you look that up or type that answer in or wait for that question to show up, let's go. Shout out to Zat. Yeah, shout out to the video game Zat. Best game, best zombie game of all time. I'm gonna eat. Mm. Oh my gosh. Try to click the link button next to the category. Oh, thanks, Kolia. Hail Hydra, what the hell are you freaking doing? Cinematography focus on the composition of individual scenes. Ah, I remember this now. Paying particular attention to the use of light and shadow, camera angles, depth of field, and scene transitions. When combined together, these elements convey an anime's narrative without saying a word. Alright, now that makes sense. Um, to be honest, I've seen a lot of that in Heavenly Delusions. If Heavenly Delusions wins this category, I'm not gonna be surprised. I'm literally not gonna be surprised. I'm gonna be far from surprised. I'm gonna expect them to freaking win it. Um, Chainsaw Man definitely had some of those elements. Um, yeah, it definitely had some of those elements in it in the show. I think like yeah, I can definitely remember some good cinematography in Chainsaw Man. Um, Attack on Titan. The last episode, my the last episode, sorry, Hail Hydra. The last episode was like it was good, but I don't know if it really conveyed those like camera angles and the kind of definition of what you should like was trying to tell you. Demon Slayer. I think Demon Slayer is definitely up there. I might vote for Demon Slayer on this one. So to you haters, at me, to those people who are hating on me for not voting for Demon Slayer for any of the other categories we went over, um, I might vote for Demon Slayer on this one. Um, uh, oh, excuse me. The Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. Um, I mean, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. Alright, this might be a challenging category, actually. Because thinking between the this show, and this show, Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, and Jujutsu Kaisen, it's like hard to tell. And it's like God, it's like actually hard to tell. And like I said, I'm expecting this to win, but I can't have a good opinion on this. I've only seen scenes of the show, but it's the scenes are actually pretty good, but I might I might go with Demon Slayer on this one though, chat, because it's like it definitely shows some aspects of those like kind of angles during like the fight scenes that helped it out, so it's gonna get my vote on this one. Definitely is. Best director. Alright, so when it comes to animation, a lot of anime comes from manga. And for this category to really truly exist or mean something is we'll look at the context, but here we celebrate how a great anime and a great director are almost inseparable. Of central importance, directors work behind the scenes, conveying their vision to animators, making critical decisions and managing their creative aspects of production. The result in an approach that is uniquely theirs. That's a hard thing. That's the hard thing to really truly say. Attack on Titan. That's from a manga. Jujutsu Kaisen. That's from a manga. Chainsaw Man from manga. Pochi the Rock from manga. And these two from manga too. So it's like you can't say that they really directed that much. Maybe they cut out some scenes or added like maybe a little extra in it, but like how are you gonna say there's directors in these shows when it's not like an original anime? In fact, what should be on here and what should be nominated on here or is what should be nominated on here is Suzume. That was an original made anime by a really good director. And the fact that it's not up on here is just ridiculous. This is where Crunchyroll and it's like voters for the nominations get a little too out of their mind and they get, I guess, biased in this point. Hayao Miyazaki, yeah, only if Hayao Miyazaki released the freaking the the Boy and the Heron in this freaking last year. Did he? No, he did release it last year. That what? That's true. The Boy and the Heron technically came out last year. The fact that I haven't seen that on here, or the fact that that's not on the nominations for Best Director, makes this category just clowns, like a clown category. I'm sorry to like the directors that are here. I'm assuming you guys did a great job with with these shows, but like where's Suzume and where's the boys and the herons? Where's Miyazaki and the director for Suzume? Like, where the hell are they? Like, you can't create this category without those two. That I'm sorry, chat, but In order for me to vote for this category, I need either one of those two here, and they're not here, so I'm not gonna vote. Best character design. Um, this category celebrates artists who have either created iconic anime characters or breathed life into one from other sources. A designer who comprehends the essence of character design weaves narratives through the strokes of their drawings. So this is like, all right, this is really tiring with the headset. Yeah, this is really annoying me with my headset. It's just like it keeps turning off after like 10 minutes of like no activity of like playing anything through them. But um character design. So this is like I guess this is like based on like what artists kind of like made their character like the best, and I mean it's kind of hard to say, but for this category it's kind of hard for me to vote because this really kind of solely relies on manga mainly because this is all based on manga. I don't know about Trigon Stampede, but this is all the other shows are just from manga. I mean, all right, so these are pretty much the animation directors. So they're like people that best emphasize like the directors that like kind of best emphasize the characters. I don't know how about I feel like Demon Slayer because it just feels like copy and paste at that point with the characters' moods and stuff. Um, I read the whole manga. It's not gonna be on the list. It's not gonna be on my vote count. Jujutsu Kaisen. There's more. Actually, I don't know about Demon Slayer. I feel like that solely relies on like the creator of the manga too. But uh, the Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 was like it was definitely good. I think it definitely helps transferring the language from the manga to the show was definitely really helpful. Um it he definitely emphasized these characters' attitudes in it, so that was good. Hell's Paradise. I mean, I don't know if I don't think I think Hell's Paradise comes from a manga. I think that's from a manga too, but eh, I don't know what to say about that. But let's just adjust my camera here real quick. Uh, I th I think Chainsaw Man had some like I don't know. If I looked at the manga for these like these animes, I can really kind of judge it. But I'm gonna have to go with Jujutsu Kaisen because excuse me, I think they did a really good job with it in this show, so I'm gonna go with that. Um, So we're almost we got 8 more categories to go, and then best anime of the year will be last. Um, best animation now. All right. So the fact that Jujutsu Kaisen 2 is on here, this is like this category is for like what's like the best looking like kind of like movements and like the way like the anime characters look and like what they do during like the show and stuff like that really helps it. Um Jujutsu Kaisen, like I said, it had back to back to back epic fight scenes, and they were really good. They were top of the line fight scenes. They were really good, and you can't. It's so hard to beat that. Chainsaw Man has some good animation too. Chainsaw Man really had some good animation. It's like it's always Mappa here. These three shows were made by Mappa: Attack on Titan, Chainsaw Man, and JJK. You can't beat Mappa's animation. It really cannot be beaten. Um, Demon Slayer had some good ones. It had some good animation. It's definitely not gonna beat these three. Um, Mob Psycho 100 I know has some good animation to it in it too. Trigun Stampede was just nothing but like 3D animation. I know that for sure because I saw the trailer for it. Um, Super Dragon Ball Heroes? I don't even. You mean Dragon Ball? I don't think they released a new season of that this year. I don't think they did. But I don't. That won't be on here. I don't think that'll be here in the Anime Awards this year. Um, but JJK, God, those were godly animations. Chainsaw Man kind of had like consistent like good animations like during like their fight scenes and stuff and like during like other parts I think too. I think it's just like it just sets up like a new kind of frontier for animation almost. It's like almost there. I think Trigun also I think Trigun's practically almost there. If not, it's there for an animation. So even though I haven't watched the show, it's kind of like hypocritical for me to not hypocritical, but it's kind of like I shouldn't vote for it. I really can't share an opinion on it. I know I've watched like scenes and like parts of it from like the trailers and I've watched scenes and trailers of it and stuff, but I'm gonna have to go with that as my vote because it's the next like level animation. They play it like every second of the show. Best original anime. So these are animes that do not have that are not derived from a manga. These were created by Soul Works and stuff. So like these are like if you look at the studios here, the studios or like the names that are underneath the actual anime, those are like these are studios that all make their practically their own anime. I the fact this is on here is just it shows it that like there's not enough of these original animes. I mean, yeah, there's not enough of these original animes. It's not like the people that nominated this, like had a choice because they didn't have any choice. I've seen a lot about this anime. I've seen a lot about this anime. I heard a lot about this anime. It might win it. Mobile. All right, so Gunman. Um, I don't know. I heard Gunman's like a really good show. I thought this was based off of a manga, but I guess it's not. I mean, I haven't watched any of these shows. I mean, I don't know, chat. I don't know where the hell Suzume is, too. I know, Kolia. I'm reading chat right now, but Suzume, it that's another thing too. Like, I don't know if they do it based on like shows or movies, like if they really have such a big difference between the two, because since you just mentioned that again, Suzume actually probably should have made this list here as an original anime because it was originally made by just like the director or whatever, like whoever, it's like it's whatever studio created it. So it just doesn't make sense at all. So it's if I was in Crunchyroll marketing headquarters, whatever office, I would be like, we gotta get these movies on here too. Even though they're not shows, we have to get them on here. Suzume could even be nominated as like one a good animation. Like what was our contenders? Um yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I mean, yeah. Those are all good ones here. So yeah, it might not have been, but um this one, right? Yeah. But I really don't know. I might just go with Gunman since it's just one of the biggest original anime series there are. So I'm just gonna go with that. I'm just gonna say screw it. Let's go with that. Best film. All right. All right. Here we go. Uh, I watched this one like right when it came out over the summer, and it's just it. It's not canon. It's not bad, but it's just I think if it were to be canon, which canon means it's like it's part of the original story, it's part of like the original manga, like it's like it's just like it goes along with the original like the storyline stuff. But this is like filler. But if it might have been canon, I definitely probably would have voted for this. Blue Giant I heard of. I have not gotten the chance to watch it. I haven't actually really considered watching it, but I might give that a shot. I'm into the music type animes like Kalon and Pokchi the Rock, but I thought this was a show, but I guess I was wrong. I thought this was like a season, but I guess it's a show. Kaguya-sama Love is War. I watched like the first season, and I thought it was actually pretty good. It was actually a funny rom-com. It was actually funny. Um, it might get my vote because like knowing like this like the studio and like probably the director maybe too, they know what they're doing. They're gonna keep it funny. They're gonna keep that same kind of like comedy. But Psycho-Pass, I'm pretty sure this was also a show before this movie. Um, first Slam Dunk and then Suzume. We got Suzume here. Yeah, that is crazy. Thanks for bringing that up too, Hail Hydra. Before I even forget that too. No, The Boy and the Heron too. The Boy and the Heron aren't even on here. I don't know if they're gonna consider that as next year's like nominee, but it has to be either this year or next year. If that movie does not show up at all in the rest of these categories or next year, I'm gonna actually have some very personal beef with Crunchyroll. I am gonna have some very, very personal beef with Crunchyroll because they're putting on shows that like this here, Black Clover, this movie right here was a Netflix exclusive only movie. It was never on I don't think it was ever on Crunchyroll. Blue Giant, I don't know about Blue Giant, but it's like Really, come on. Suzume, I'm gonna give it to Suzume because this is like my the guy that directed this is just one of my favorite directors. So I'm gonna have to vote for this. Best new series. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be really. I mean, I don't know if this is gonna be tough actually. This actually might not be tough. So I'm gonna give Heavenly Delusions as last number 6 in this category. This is just like shows that are just new, like new shows that came out last year. So Heavenly Delusion is gonna be 6 because I can't share opinion on it. Bucket, you can also consider it not even being on the list, but Bucket 100, 100, 100 bucket list of the day is just not gonna be. It's not gonna be on there. It really isn't. It's just it's fit. It should be fifth. It should be last. Honestly, it's a good show, but it's just not. It didn't really grab me as much as like these other 4 shows did. So that goes last. Hell's Paradise is definitely a really good show. That's gonna go fourth, only because it's a lot like Demon Slayer in a sense too. It's just like it's just less of like the sword kind of breathing stuff, and it's just like what brand of chainsaws? I don't freaking know. Um, Milwaukee. Um, Hell's Paradise is just a lot like Demon Slayer, and I'm not saying Demon Slayer is bad, but like it's definitely a good series. It's just like it's I can only remember one good fight scene, like or not one good fight scene, but like one fight scene I liked a lot from that show. Oshinoko, I just liked it a lot for its drama. That's gonna get third in my spot. It's just like the drama was really good. It was just I fucking loved it. It was like it was good. Like the fights and like between the people, like one girl almost committed suicide in it. It's just like it's crazy, but that's gonna be third. Pochi the Rocket's gonna be second because like this anime resembled a lot like K-On! And K-On! Was such a good show when it like at its time. And this show and that show really wanted me to like it kind of almost got me to like actually pick up a guitar and start playing. It actually kind of like it kind of motivates you to like actually like do something like almost better with your life. For some reason, it's just like a detail in there that's just like not said, but it's like described in the way that they did this anime like this show. Chainsaw Man's gonna be number one. It's gonna be number one. It this show is definitely gonna get the cake. It's what are you gonna expect out of all these new series? It's Chainsaw Man because everyone was so hyping up Chainsaw Man. The first episode on the first day when it first came out, the first day when it came out. What I'm trying to say, it literally crashed Crunchyroll's website. It literally crashed it. Like you couldn't watch it for like another like 3 hours after it came out. It was just that big of a hit. Everyone loved it. So I'm gonna have to give it my vote. It was just that big. All right, so best continuing series. I'm not gonna be surprised. I don't want to see. Uh, oh yeah, let me read comments real quick. Um, it's Yeah, no Boy and the Heron's kind of crazy. I get it. It's just I mean, like it came out technically last year, so it should be on this list. Like all these shows are all aired last year, so like it should be on this list. But it's not. It's like Crunchyroll has some beef against like Studio Ghibli and Hayao Miyazaki. It's just like why? You know? It's just like what is this? It's kind of crap. It's just so stupid. I just don't understand it whatsoever, but it needs to be on it. All right, so moving on to the next show series, continuing series. So this is just a show that's been just going on, and like it's just like a new season or all right, sorry, I gotta do something about this headset real quick. Um, no, they're not on Crunchyroll. They're all on HBO Max. It's just yeah, they're all on HBO Max. They I don't think like Crunchyroll has like a licensing agreement with them, or I think it's the fact that Crunchyroll is like almost like a it's almost like a what's it called, a monopoly on like anime right now. So that's probably the reason why. Um, Chat, let me know if you hear anything in the background. Do you guys hear anything in the background? All right, good. All right. I think for best continuing series, uh, I'm gonna have to go against this again. I'm gonna have to go against Demon Slayer. This arc was just not what I really wanted from the show. It was just not that good. It was just not that entertaining, to be honest. I kind of just slept through the episodes. One Piece, if One Piece wants this, then this fan base needs to control themselves and actually like be more considerate of all these other shows on here. Vinland Saga, if if these two don't get it, I can see actually this might be getting last. Spy X Family's not gonna for Spy X Family's gonna be last. It's last or second to last. Jujutsu Kaisen, that's like to say that's like not even close to being a contender for best continuing series. It's just like Bolshevik. It definitely is. And like I said, this year there's gonna be some tough contenders. There's gonna be tough choices made. And I think when it comes down to those tough choices, you kind of have to be biased about them, and you have to break it down and be like, like I've always like loved One Piece. Like I'm gonna have to go with this, even though I love all these other shows and stuff. So in my opinion, for this, we're gonna have to do Attack on Titan. I'm sorry, Attack on Titan's where I started. Yeah, if One Piece gets this, it's not surprising. It really isn't. Even though it's like over 1,000 episodes in, and it's like, what the fuck? So moving on to the next category. Oh, all right. All right, all right. We're on that last category here. I'm pretty sure this is the category where we pick what is our favorite anime. So everything we went over, all those categories we just went over, everything into one big category pretty much. And it's like, oh my God, it's so tough to choose. It's so tough. I mean, I can probably knock these two out easily. Um, I know I'm like I said a million times, Demon Slayer fans, I'm sorry, but you guys are just gonna have to wait for like the not the next, but the following arc. But these these shows right here, they really drew me in, and they just made me want to watch the show. Like I know Chainsaw Man came out in like January or February of last year. This just ended. This was like spring. This was like I don't even remember when Pochi was. But oh my gosh, it's so tough. It really is because I loved all these shows, but I'm gonna be very I don't know if I can say I'm gonna be biased, but I know it's anime of the year. I should put more thought into it, but I'm thinking Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 because I feel like for me, I really know when I really like an anime is when I go back and watch certain scenes from that show or just watch entire episodes over and over and just listen to the music from that season a lot and just everything like I said from all the categories I enjoy the most. It's gonna have to be Jujutsu Kaisen 2. Chainsaw Man was definitely good. Oshinoko was definitely good. Pochi the Rock, I like I said, it really wanted you to like get up on your feet and actually like do something and move. But Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 is definitely gonna get it. It really is. I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna have to give it to him. I have to give it to Mappa. Really am. All right. So now I think we gotta vote for the two categories we didn't vote for. Oh no. Oh no, that's it. Actually, we didn't vote for best English dub. So I'm just gonna. I don't know. Should I vote? Should I even vote for these categories? It's this one and like one I was so disagreeing on with the nominees. I don't really think I am. I really hate this kind of like because when you look at it, I think what I believe is that there's more people watching Japanese voice acting, like the original, like voice acting of the shows over any other dub. Unless you're like one of those people that just listens and just does something on the side, then you're really not enjoying anime. But there's those people too. But and then what was the one category I just really just despised with the nominees? Where the hell was it? Oh my gosh, we're so far away. All right, best director. Yeah. Uh, what was something I said I didn't like? I don't know. Oh, that's right. The Boy and the Heron, Miyazaki. The fact that's not in this category in this at all in this anime awards is just absolute bullshit. And if there's anyone out there, which I know there's tons of people who do that like Studio Ghibli movies, that like maybe even particularly Miyazaki, which is still alive, they know that this is also bullshit too. And then there's also I gotta look his name up, but it's also the director for Suzume, and the fact that he's not even like on here at all is just great. Like, or in this category, I want to say the fact that he's not on this category is just stupid too. It's just like, why is Crunchyroll like really doing this? You know? Ugh. It's just Makoto Shinkai. He's a really good director. I've watched, I think his three most recent films, which is Your Name, which is a box office global hit that he made for like the anime community. Weathering with You, which is a second, like his second biggest one, and now Suzume, which is probably his like third best. Literally, what I just said in that order, he literally like hit the box offices. I think I just I can't see why he's not on here. And the fact that they have some of these shows on here that are directed by that are just based off of mangas is just absolute bullshit. It really is. I think I think Crunchyroll should just rethink these nominations for next year. If I don't see Hayao Miyazaki on here as like best director or best like movie anime or best movie, I'm gonna flip my shit, dude. I really am. And I think by then, and maybe by then, we should just boycott the fucking anime awards. Because it's just so stupid. It's ridiculous that they don't have it. The Boy and the Heron technically came out last year. So that means it needs to get at least one of these categories in here. And it's just so dumb. Chloe Zabler for Best Director? Yeah, you wish. Um, is that true? Is Boy and the Heron was actually that's even better. The fact, all right, thanks for bringing that up, Jackson. I actually did not know that. Is that true? Is that actually true? If Boy and the Heron is actually officially gets nominated for the Oscars for Best Animation of the Year, Crunchyroll officially does not know what the fuck it's doing. That's just that's horrendous. And if it's something that like Crunchyroll has like, like I don't know, like I said, like a disagreement with like Studio Ghibli and like I don't know, Studio Ghibli and like if they have beef with each other, then they should just settle that. It should be like anything but that for these awards. Like the Oscars shouldn't kick a movie, a specific director or studio out of their nominations because they just don't like them or they just didn't have like an agreement or whatever. But it's just like ridiculous. Come on, are you serious right now? Or it might be even just be HBO Max. I don't know. It can't be Max, but I'm just so sick to the stomach to see that he's not even up here for best director or best movie. So it's just like it's not even up here, dude. Come on, really? It could easily kick Black Clover out, and I like that movie too, but Black Clover can get kicked out. It really can. It just does not make sense. It really does not. These anime awards should just get freaking boycotted, honestly, by this point. It's just so stupid. It really is. It's just, I just, really is. But, all right. I think that's gonna uh, end today's stream off that note. A very disappointing note, chat. Um, it's just, I'm just very disappointed in that. Um, yeah. I mean, that just sucks. It really does. I'm a little disappointed, but I do have to say, maybe besides the two categories I didn't vote in, it's definitely had me thinking a little bit. It definitely had me thinking a little bit for anime of the year. So I think yeah, I think that concludes my votes. I think they do voting like every day. So like you select your votes, you submit them, and then you just yeah, you just do that. Yeah, that's pretty much what you do. You submit them, and then you do that every day. So good night, Coley Zabel, and good night, Hail Hydra. Good night to everyone else that was watching today's stream. Please subscribe, like, share, comment my content, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. I think I'm gonna say I will stream Friday night. I'm gonna stream Friday 6 o'clock, and I will be doing Phantom Liberty again, like how I was doing the past three streams. I think so. Yeah, those three streams. But yeah, thanks for everyone. Thank you.